Robin.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. On the virus. Sirius-XM.
I want to ask you one more thing because I know you got to go soon. I'm a very, very strong advocate of the Second Amendment. I'm a lifetime member of the NRA. Are you a member of the NRA?
I'm not sure if I am right now. I have been, and I think I am.
And are you an avid shooter? Because I am, and I love it.
I have guns. I have rifles and shotguns and pistols and at various locations, and I'm an elk hunter out in New Mexico.
So you're a strong advocate of the Second Amendment, as I am, sir?
Have you ever shot a person?
No.
No.
That's a great question.
I think everybody should be asked that.
No, have you shot
Have you
a
ever
person?
shot some? He was the Secretary
terrible.
of Defense. He was in charge of everybody that America killed for a very long time.
Oh, stop it.
I've been shot at. Does that count?
He's been shot at. That's crazy.
I was right next to President Ford when the bullet went right by his head and right by my head into the hotel in San Francisco.
Wow. Yeah. That was that crazy.
Were you ever shot at with any
Manson
other, besides bullets, like plasma rays or anything else that are used
space
to take down?
Would you stop it, Louis?
Flesh-eating space lizards.
My God, man.
Who eat the poor.
Donald Rumsfeld, Known and Unknown, a memoir. I suggest anybody that's interested in the history of this fine country and the history of a patriot and this fine man, go out and buy this book. Thank you, Donald Rumsfeld. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy being with you.
I'm pretty sure you're a
Thanks,
lizard.
sir. He's not a lizard. Stop it.
Thank
you,
he
sir.
ate people once.
You should select your partners carefully.
I'm trying. I'm trying,
right.
sir.
Come see me at the Borgata in Atlantic City on April 23rd. It's almost sold out.
Just a local comic, sir, that we really don't know much about.
Yeah, I don't know
He'll be
him.
gone tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Donald Rumsfeld, everyone.
There he is. Donald Rumsfeld. Quick, hang up the phone. Oh, my God. Oh, my dear sweet Jesus.
I can't believe you didn't let him answer.
Why did you keep... Because he wasn't ever going to answer.
Why not just at least
say I'm not a lizard?
Hear his not answering. At least hear the silence of not answering.
He said I wouldn't answer that because
I didn't get to hear because you kept talking with other questions over him not answering.
I'm not sit there and listen to the former Secretary of Defense try to defend that he's not a lizard. Why
wouldn't you?
Why?
Because
why wouldn't you want to live that moment?
Because first of all, he's not a lizard.
Why do you want to be baby CNN instead of the only show that finally got the guy to say, okay, look, I'm going to finally say something about this lizard shit. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm not a lizard, per se.
No, he said he wasn't going to dignify it. He said if he said yes or no.
That could have been a recording, it could have been a dude playing like those prank calls.
No, it was Donald Rumsfeld.
But the thing got interesting when we asked him if he was lizard. It put a hitch in his giddy up.
Look, you know what? He handled it like a gentleman and like a professional.
He handled it like a lizard who knows how to never answer.
No, he said, I'm not going to answer.
Did you hear at one point, and I wish you'd almost play it back, the first time I asked it, and he told that fucking psychotic story
it was
about a friend, some guy buying him dinner, and then he said, you're messing with the wrong people. He said that. Go back and play it. And then he bought me dinner. You're messing with the wrong people. And then I swear to God, he said it.
See,
go find that and play it back.
But it was because he was saying how people do find him fine and a great person.
So what is that? Why does that mean I'm messing with the wrong people? Unless he's trying to tell me that I'm not going to make it home tonight.
Maybe he was throwing a subliminal thing out like you threw a subliminal lizard out in the middle of his discussion.
It was not subliminal. It was quite direct. I paid him respect. I said, you totally are this guy who's done these amazing things. I just want to know if you and Dick Cheney are lizards.
No,
when you ask somebody
if he ate human flesh, you asked if he ate human flesh, and that is not a question for the Secretary of Defense.
Well,
look, if he has eaten human flesh, we better find out. Louis, if he is a lizard, we better know because he's coming back.
If he ate Mexican babies, you asked Donald Rumsfeld if he ate Mexican babies.
If I was in his position, I would be I'd be happy for the opportunity to acquit myself on that.
Come on,
on that issue.
The guy doesn't have to.
What the fuck is it hurt a person to say no? I am not a lizard. No, I haven't eaten a Mexican baby.
Because then somebody in the press can write, when asked if he was a lizard,
yeah,
Donald Rumsfeld replied...
Told a story about the guy buying him dinner. What the fuck kind of a denial is that?
It's not.
What the fuck kind of denial is that?
No one would buy dinner for a lizard in a restaurant.
I believe
he
that
was
the
saying
that
he was
the
answering you
lizard
through his story.
I believe that the space lizard baby eaters
He's not a space lizard.
He and Dick Cheney have some weird thing where they can't lie about it.
Listen,
Where if asked directly, they have to say yes.
Oh, you think that's a thing?
They can either not answer or they can't say, or they have to say yes. So they do anything. Tell a story about someone buying you dinner.
So you're saying that there's something ingrained in the lizardness that keeps him from saying,
just saying no, of course not.
They can't do that.
Can't do it. His lizard head comes off and the red eyes come out.
I
just want an answer, and I really was fascinated that he said, "Can you imagine what would happen if I answered?"
Exactly.
By the way,
could you imagine?
I asked him if we could wipe out France to save Arizona and Texas. Would we do it? And he said, "Why wouldn't you answer?"
Why would you?
Because the
As
answer,
Donald Rumsfeld, why would you answer that?
Because he may if he can't answer the question, that means he's had to weigh that he may have to do it, and he may have to do it. The fact that he can't answer that on the same level plane as can't answer that he's not a lizard means that they're both viable questions.
No, they are not.
Yeah.
Roland, did we survive?
I can't wait till Louis gets home, and it's going to be dark, and he'll unlock his door, shut it, and someone will go, "Leave the light off, Louis."
Well, his guy asked me for Louis' email address.
Yes,
Did you really?
Yes.
No.
Really? Donald Rumsfeld?
Leave the light off.
Let me say hi to Brian in Pennsylvania. Brian.
Fellas, that was Radio Gold. That was a fantastic interview. And do you realize that you had one of the major chess pieces in world history? I mean, the last 10 years has influenced all of us as Americans. As
Exactly.
No, absolutely.
Just interviewed. And you know what was even classic was that you can tell how much Louis C.K. is a fucking comedian. This guy could not keep it straight. He couldn't do a straight question.
No, I couldn't stop laughing. You know what? I was
laughing.
laughing because I was a little scared to be saying it. Like I was laughing nervous.
I was cracking up because Travis Teft, by the way, was popping up pictures of Donald Rumsfeld at the podium with a big lizard head, like a suit, a tie, and a lizard head. And I was laughing. I couldn't look at the screen because I was laughing.
Look, we all know Danny Ross sits in this seat.
It was a perfect interview because he's not going to answer really, really tough questions. So Louis kept it nice with the lizard thing.
I think it was fascinating to talk.
You certainly asked the right
Rumsfeld.
questions.
I wanted to keep.
I like that I got a direct answer to how many people have you met that died by hanging?
Yeah, there were quite
and
a
he
few.
said more than one.
More than one.
Very casually.
More than one.
That was Well, Saddam is a biggie. Maybe Chemical Ali.
Yeah.
You might have met him at some point.
At one point, someone in the background was laughing. One of his people.
Oh, one of his people started laughing.
We got the lizard comment. I got to hear it again. Here we go.
Yeah, play. This is the answer with the dinner thing. All right, play it until he says you mess with the wrong people. I want to hear that context. Go ahead.
The whole thing is a minute and a half.
All right,
that's fine. Where are we going?
It's interesting though because there are people who think. I mean, here's a guy who, met Eisenhower as a congressman, right?
I was running for Congress, exactly.
And worked for Ford and Nixon and Reagan and both Bushes. And there's still those people out there that think, Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney are actually lizards who, literally, there's people that think they're lizards from outer space.
Yeah, that's true.
Who eat human flesh. I don't know if anybody's ever asked you directly, sir, but are you a lizard?
I don't think.
Are you actually? Can you just please give that a straight answer? Are you a lizard person?
Louis a little left-leaning,
No,
sir.
I'm not.
I'm deflecting.
Let him answer. Are you a lizard?
Here's the short answer. I'm in New York City. I walk down the street. People walk up, shake hands, stop me. They want an autograph.
They wouldn't do this to Lizard.
Go to eat last night at dinner, and Joyce and I were sitting there in the little Italian restaurant. and a man came up and said he'd like to buy my dinner, and I refused. And it turns out I paid for my dinner. The next thing I know, the waiter comes back and said the man insisted to pay for your dinner, and here's your canceled receipt for paying.
Oh, wow, that's very nice.
There's plenty of people that
you didn't answer the question.
He's not going to
I think you're
dignify.
hanging around with the wrong people.
He's not going to dignify an answer to. Are you
Stop
a
it there.
lizard,
Stop it
Louis?
there. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He was asked if he was a lizard from space who eats human flesh.
Right.
His answer was, the short answer is, I was walking in New York City last night. We went to a little Italian restaurant. Me and Joyce had a nice dinner. A fellow wanted to pay for our dinner. Turns out we'd already paid for our dinner. Next thing I know, the waiter gives us a canceled check, says, it's on the house. I think you're messing with the wrong people. That was his answer verbatim. That was his answer verbatim.
I think he said, you're hanging around with the wrong people.
Play just that last quote again.
Okay. You didn't answer the question.
He's not going to dignify.
I think you're hanging around with the wrong people.
Well, even what the fuck does that even mean?
He meant that we shouldn't be hanging with you.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
You're so dead.
Somebody
Louis.
bought me dinner last night. You're hanging around with the wrong people.
It's still bad for you because he basically told us we shouldn't be hanging with you.
You're so dead, Louis.
Because unless you want to be collateral damage.
You know what? You know what I say? Go see Louis C.K. at the Borgata.
I don't think he makes it to April 23rd.
April 23rd. You know
Come
what?
watch me be assassinated live like Malcolm X. Come watch a fucking patsy whose kid is in a cellar being beaten.
A patsy.
Shoot me in the fucking head in front of the Atlantic City fucking half-awake gambler.
The point is still that
lizard.
See, the reason why I asked him, because
you're
when I
hanging with the wrong
watched
people.
Rumsfeld is that when I saw him do those press conferences, I always thought if somebody asked him something like that, are you a lizard that eats human flesh? He'd go, yes, I am. Next question. And it would be like, now we know, but who cares? They have too much power for anybody to do anything. He's an unelected official. He's a dangerous man. And he never has been. He ran for Congress once. Otherwise, he's never been fucking
dangerous people that have been elected. He was.
Sure.
He's a great man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Donald Rumsfeld, great man. That's what I say. That's my take on
look
him.
at his fucking face.
It's he's a handsome man.
That is an easy mask to zip on and off.
Look
I've
at the
ever
back.
seen one.
He's not zipping it. You think he's zipping it over his lizard head?
Every few years, they update it so he ages. They got a guy that they fucking took hostage from Lucasfilm, from the Lucas Ranch.
Industrial Lights and Magic.
Yeah.
When does he go back to
him.
being a lizard?
What's that?
When does he just go back to being a
And he
lizard?
goes home. He's probably fucking sitting there as a lizard talking to us right now. On the phone, he's sitting. I am not going to answer that question.
Do you think he's just
sitting there as a lizard with his little fucking green legs crossed?
Because he didn't have to be in public today.
That's right.
And his tail.
The guy laughing, if you probably play it back, you'll hear a lizard. He left. The guy in the background. Yeah, he's playing with his tail. Whatever lizards do when they're
twirling
on the phone.
his tail on the phone, not even answering your
Yeah, I'm not
question.
going to answer that. Get his phone.
He's not a lizard. You are so
You're hanging
dead.
around with the wrong people.
Hanging around with the wrong people.
What kind of fucking answer was that? I don't understand it.
Here's the short
It's almost
answer.
like if you ask a computer a question that gets underneath its program, and it comes back gibberish.
It doesn't know what
Like
it is.
that's how to find out somebody's a robot. You're talking to them, and all of a sudden you say to them like lemonade dog sauce, and they go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. That's what that was like.
That's how Kirk used to get
I'm telling
androids
you,
all the time.
I'm telling you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened.
All right.
He is a lizard who presses these buttons to answer questions. Like he's got a bodysuit that goes on when he does press conferences
Right.
that he runs ergonomically.
Okay.
But when he's a lizard with his body off, he can't talk, so he just uses this button.
It's like a soundboard.
Like your fucking
like
soundboard.
a sound machine or something.
Yeah, like
No shit.
that kind of. He's got
Okay.
a Rumsfeld loaded one of those.
Okay.
And I said, "Are you a lizard?" And he went, "Oh fuck!" And he fumbled and he hit the "tell the story about dinner" button. He tell the story, that nice story button.
Like when we hit the wrong
when they
effect
ask,
sometimes.
he has a button. He had that loaded for like, "Have you enjoyed your time in New York?"
Yeah. So what have you been doing in New York?
Are you a lizard that eats flesh? Oh fuck! Well, I went to a dinner. Shit.
Here's a short of it. I was, and he's like, I can't just stop it now.
No, he has to listen. Yeah, he can't stop it.
I let it roll.
Yes.
So yeah, let the whole dinner story.
That's what happened. I'm telling you.
Oh fuck, Louis!
He fucking,
God damn, man.
That was one for the ages right there.
He's not a lizard, I don't think.
Be careful
but if he is,
Be careful what you eat in the coming days there, Lo.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna
Be
get
careful.
some fucking rice stuck in your
I'm gonna
side.
only eat figs like Caesar Augustus. Fucking lived on figs till his wife painted poison on him.
We should take a break, I guess. What do you
Yeah,
want to do?
please. Let's take a break.
And certainly getting props on the interview there.
Oh, it was a lot
nice
of fun
job.
talking to. Well,
actually,
I had to be the straight man.
Actually,
someone had to keep him on the fucking phone.
No, it is pretty artful how you're able to keep him on the phone after those questions.
Just blurt out another question, and you heard me going like, da, 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 da. All I'm trying to think of is anything I could ask him.
Wasn't Reagan nice?
What kind of airplane did you fly? Christ, man.
Tell him, Fred.
The Virus. Sirius-XM.